The following game has been rated M for mature by the ESRB for blood and gore, intense violence, sexual themes, use of alcohol, and language. What that means is that this game is only appropriate for those aged 17 and up. Therefore, anyone not in that age bracket should not be watching this video. You have been warned. Greetings and salutations, I am Outlier and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is of course my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we are going to be playing the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Yes, Skyrim is an incredibly old game compared to most other games, I should point out, but it is still highly popular. That's why they keep releasing it on, well, everything. And they've actually made jokes about how the fact it's on pretty much everything. I mean, if the toaster's smart enough, probably. I wouldn't put it past Bethesda if they made a toaster version. I think they did joke once that you could play it on a fridge. But I'll hold with that. But anyway, the premise of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, or Skyrim as it's usually called, is that you are an adventurer thrust into a wild land known as Skyrim, which lies to the north of the Cyrodiil Empire, I believe it's officially called. And it's a land of turmoil, as all lands that require adventurers are. And the main draw about the Elder Scrolls series, and Skyrim in particular, is that while you have a destination to go to and a set objective to complete, how you complete that and the method of completion and when you bother to complete it is all up to you. So you can technically wander about the world just hunting elk and foxes and bandits, or you can just power through the entire storyline in a few hours worth of sitting. I think the top speedrunners clock in at around an hour. I think. Don't hold me to that. I don't actually pay much attention to that. It's just something I heard once. Or you can just simply do what I do and get through part of the storyline, get caught up in the crafting mechanics, basically forge your character into a walking avatar of death, and by the time you actually remember that there is an actual plot on a land that needs saving, everything is basically boss level in terms of difficulty, which you just walk through anyway because you're at that high of a level. At which point you just basically just keep building more and more stuff and refine your equipment and armor to peak perfection, at which point you get bored with the game, stop playing for 4 to 6 to 18 months, and then pick it back up on a whim and just start over from the very beginning. Yes, but kind of a little bit worse. Anyway, so let's just get right into it, and this game is of course made by Thank you again. And that being said, let us begin. Bethesda Game Studios. And I just realized it did not turn on subtitles. The Elder Scrolls 5. Skyrim.
Hey, you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked
Apparently.
right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
I'd like to point out that the character...
Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
I don't think the gods are listening. The gods of...
General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Thalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this.
Can't really get a word in edgewise. But basically, I don't think the gods of Tamriel are the type to intervene based off of prayer. They generally more or less give passive buffs.
I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy, Imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Well, then you shouldn't have rebelled. Next question.
Hey, Daddy. Where are they going?
I'd also like to point out that the character I think is supposed to be sitting still. He can turn his head around quite a bit.
Yes, Papa.
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line.
And off to prison.
Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait, we're not rebels.
Face
Well.
your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them, we weren't with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Why they didn't just...
Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No, I'm not a rebel. You can't do this.
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me.
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait,
The very thing they did
You
was
there.
kill him.
step forward.
Hi,
Who are you?
I am me. Okay, so you have the option to choose from a variety of different races in this game. Everything from the lizard folk Argonians to a variety of different humans and elves to even the Khajiit, which are a cat-like people. And every race has a various benefits and buffs and abilities that none of the others have. Like, for instance, the orcs have the ability to engage in a berserker rage, which increases, I believe, their damage output and lessens their ability to take damage, whereas the Khajiit have the ability to see in the dark and claws in their hands, which allows them a bonus to unarmed combat. I mean, not that you're unarmed for much in this game, but you know, it's a benefit when all of your weapons are gone and all you have left to do is to just basically punch somebody to death. It can happen. Rarely. Also, the various people of Tamriel have various different interactions depending upon the race that you choose. Like, for instance, if you start as an orc, you automatically gain access to various orc strongholds throughout Skyrim, whereas any other race, you have to basically earn their favor and respect before you can enter and use the vendors and facilities of said strongholds. Whereas the Khajiit have various travel caravans, which I don't think that there's any difference based off of race, but I think some of their dialogue options are different if you're a Khajiit compared to anybody else. Whereas the High Elves of Tamriel, the Outlier Dominion, which is a faction in Tamriel at this point in the storyline, treat you differently if you're of the elven races as opposed to, well, human or anything else. Of all the various playthroughs that I've done of this game, I've chosen a variety of different races, so I've yet to settle on one specific one. I mean, I've never really done Breton before, so we're going to go Imperial. And then you can choose between various presets for how your character looks. You can also choose whether or not they're a man or a woman, as well as various other things and various other things in regards to how they look and all that fun stuff. To be fair, I usually play this game in first-person mode, so anything that I do here I don't really see. All I really basically do is just make certain that the character has a beard that I like and a hairstyle that I don't have a problem with, and just simply go from there. Not like this, so I would say we're done. Just name the character. And I'm usually used to playing this on the console, even though I am using a gamepad for this, so I have expected a keyboard to show up on screen, which it did not, because I have an actual keyboard for once. If I could actually get around to spelling the name correctly. Otis it is.
You're a long way from the Imperial City. What are you doing in Skyrim?
Traveling.
Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry, but make sure your remains are returned to Cyrodiil. Follow the captain, prisoner.
Well, no one says that justice. Well, no one can say that justice in Skyrim isn't swift.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
Should have killed him first.
What was that?
Bit of foreshadowing.
Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius.
Yeah, it's not like a big old monster's going to show up and just burn
As
everything
we
down.
commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon
For the love of Talos, shut up and
earth
it's over.
learn. Up as you wish.
come on! I haven't got all morning.
I mean, technically he does.
My ancestors are
You
smiling.
could say that he has the rest of his life.
And you say the same.
And if that doesn't set the tone of the game here on out,
Idiot bastards!
Justice!
nothing will.
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the Renegade from Cyrodiil.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
What in oblivion is that?
I'd say a monster
What do you
about to
see?
burn everything down.
It's in the clouds.
Dragon!
Oh, it's someone to storm. Fire.
This way!
What is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
Okay. This is just a quest log. Just turning on subtitles. Something I keep forgetting to do before I start playing a new game.
We need to move now. Up through the tower. Let's go.
Okay. Not quite certain what he expects to do once he gets to the top, but,
We just need
okay.
to move. Get back!
Oh, that's a lot of fire.
See the inn on the other side? Jump through the roof and keep going.
Go. We'll follow when we can.
Okay. Let me just jump down here.
Get over here! Hermit, you need to get over here! Now! That boy, you're doing great. Cyrodiil! Make me God! Everyone get back! Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
Gods guide you, Hedmar.
I'd like to point out dragon attacks, and this first guy's thinking about is we have to defend
Stay
what's
close
left
to
of
the
the
wall.
town. Gotta give him props for that. I think it's the term.
Quickly, follow me!
Okay.
It's you and me, prisoner. Stay close.
As he runs in front of a guy with a bow drawn.
Trailer, you damn traitor. Out of my way.
We're escaping, Hedmar. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovereign Guard. With me,
Alright, so now I have an
Let's go.
so now I have an option between who to
Come on,
choose
we need to
from
get
to
inside.
follow. I'm gonna go with this guy. I have my reasons.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? Bring us of the end times? We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these burns.
Alright, and now we wander about
Better
and
get some gear.
take everything not nailed down and whatever we can pry back up.
You gotta get that armor on. Give that sword a few swings, too. Let's keep moving. That thing is still out there.
Alright, now we go to the items and equip everything that I just picked up, including the light armor, the light boots, and a helmet. Also, 2 of the 3 swords that I just picked up.
Come on, this way.
And this bucket. And these baskets, because why not?
We need to get moving. That dragon is tearing up the whole keep.
Just give me a minute. I'm out of breath.
Hear that? Stormcloaks. Maybe we can reason with them.
I doubt it.
Hold on now.
If you want to die,
Stop!
Alright, stamina's low, which may prevent you from sprinting using power attack. Drink a potion of weight to recover it. It happens.
That's the end of that. Let me see if I can get that door open.
It's also telling me to press left trigger to block. I'm dual wielding and can't really block. So I'm just going to take everything again.
Come on.
I mean, it's not like they're going to need it. Ooh, cabbages. Get back here. My cabbage now. And a tankard. And whatever that is. A lantern. I don't think lanterns are useful in this game. Oh, look, a kettle. Just get rid of the bomb. Thought there was something there. Okay. Guess we're not going this way.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
What are you doing? We need to get out of Helgen, now!
These Imperials have potions in here. We're going to need them.
There?
So I should point out, unlike other games, Skyrim's
The end of that.
leveling...
See if you can find some potions. Might come in handy.
As I was saying, Skyrim's leveling scheme is based off of what you do in the game. One of the reasons why I like the Elder Scrolls so much, rather than just doing random things that get you experience points and then suddenly you're up a level. Skyrim, if you want to upgrade a skill, you have to actually use it. As I grab everything not nailed down that I can probably back up. Why? Seems like a good idea at the time. You never know when things are going to be useful. Like these potatoes, for instance. And this rabbit. And this pheasant. Although I should point out, I do have a maximum weight limit that I can carry, which is currently 300, of which I currently am carrying 234 units of weight. Now 236. Oh look, more cabbages. These eggs in the basket that they're carrying in, as well as some of these rabbits, some more potions, another salt pile. Salt pile is used for alchemy in quite a few ways, as well as cooking. I think everything you need to make cooking-wise requires salt pile in some manner.
Done then? This way. The torture room. Gods, I wish we didn't need these. Hear that?
And yet they exist.
Come on.
A pox on the Empire.
Don't do that.
You fellow,
Grab everything,
along just
and now I'm overweight.
These boys seemed a bit upset at how I've been entertaining their comrades.
Don't you even know what's going on? A dragon is attacking Helgen.
A dragon. Please, don't make up nonsense.
This dude needs to get out
Although,
more.
come to think of it, I did hear some noises coming from over there.
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
You have no authority over me, boy.
Didn't you hear me? I said the keep is under attack.
Forget the old man. I'll come with you.
Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage.
Don't bother with that. Lost the key ages ago. Poor fellow screamed for weeks.
See if you can get it open with some picks. We'll need everything we can get.
Okay. And speaking of everything, some overweight, I guess I'm dropping these baskets. All the baskets. When did I pick up a second broom? And these buckets. And these cast iron pots. This kettle. Just like empty the boxes. Like, why do you have all this stuff?
Take all my things, please.
Alright, fine, we'll trade. You get all these
Let's go.
brooms and baskets. And I like how this one basket just ended up in this kettle. That was not planned. Anyway, so now we lockpick, and this is the tutorial for lockpicking. So you basically rotate the lockpick with the left stick, and then rotate the lock with the right. And then the closer the pick is to the correct position, the more the lock will rotate before the pick breaks. And only when it's in the correct position will the lock fully rotate and open. So like for instance, it's not in the right spot right now, and now it's closer, and now it's open. And access to the Spell Tome Sparks, 4 things of gold, a minor potion of magic, and this corpse of a mage, where I get 25 gold, 2 extra minor magic potions, his hood, and his robes, which are enchanted. And then I can lockpick these other 2 cells, cages, what have you. And if you do too much in the wrong way for the lockpicks, or you're off by a little bit for too long, the pick breaks. So you always want to make certain you have plenty of lockpicks. And I know there's nothing in these other 2 cages. I just like unlocking them to increase the lockpicking skill. Because as I said, skills go up the more you use them. Anything worthwhile over here? A mace and a shield. And that's really about it. And I'm overweight again. So I'm guessing I'm dropping these tankards. And I could just simply drop them off all at once, but that means that all 12 will be used as the same icon. And that does, for some reason, doesn't sit well with me, so drop them all off individually. At least not once the stack gets small enough. Could also drop off these bowls and wooden ladles. I mean, I guess I could drop off the lantern as well. I don't think I can use it. But there, more stuff in trade. Have a good day. Also, there's this book here, the Book of the Dragonborn. There's quite a few books in-game that provide various extra interesting tidbits of lore or funny stories. Some of them will also increase the skills of certain, well, the levels of certain skills, I should say, depending upon if you find them and open them up for the first time. This is not one of those, but I'm going to take it anyway because gathering a massive library is one of the things you do in this game.
There's no way out that way.
We'll see. Another door to unlock. And lockpicking's now 16. And your base level goes up the more your skills go up. And it's not dependent upon which skill goes up, just so long as they do.
I'm glad to be out of that place. I hope this leads somewhere.
Yeah, it leads to the end. Next question. And I lose another lockpick. There we go. I mean, it's not like there's anything in here, I don't think. Bone meal and 1 thing of gold and a coin purse. I mean, it's not like he's going to be using any of that stuff. He's a skeleton. So where'd the other guy go? And there he is. you guys coming or not?
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
Just give me a minute. Let me think.
A little bit further on. But we showed up, so good point. Not so much for the other guy. In the meantime, we also get access to magic, so if I equip the ability to produce flames, you know, just the flame spell, and hit that, it catches on fire. Unfortunately, no one was standing on top of it, so it wasn't of much benefit, except torching the one friend. I'm once again carrying too much. On the plus side, this guy has a longbow, so... as does this one.
Come on, this way.
Alright, and I've basically dropped pretty much all the useless stuff that I was carrying. So now I have to start dropping off things that I could actually use. So let's start dropping off a bunch of these boots. Actually equip one of these gauntlets because I don't have anything else to equip for the hands. Drop a hide shield. Drop a couple of these cuirasses because they are actually quite heavy. Even though they aren't as protective as the light Imperial armor I currently have equipped. Also, I should remember to actually drop weapons because they're also just as heavy, if not more so. I mean, I don't need to be lugging around 5 different battle axes. I could though, but I don't need to.
Come on, this way.
Also, I just picked up some arrows, which I can equip, if I remember where they are. Because I now also have a bow.
Let's see where this goes.
It goes forward. Next question. Just gonna switch back to the swords real quick. Or I should go war axe and then a sword. I like war axes, or just axes in general. You coming or not?
Damn it, no good. Okay.
So much for that bridge.
That didn't come down on top of us.
Yeah, it's almost like it's
We'd better
scripted that way.
I'm sure the others will find another way out.
Or they're dead. Or they're dead. So that area, I believe, just leads back to the underside of where the bridge was. Just in case you decide to take a look and get too close and fall down. Oh look, a coin purse. Not this guy's going to be using it. He's been here a while.
That doesn't go anywhere. I guess we'd better try this way.
A lot of cobwebs in this area. I wonder why. Not really, I know what's coming. And it's these guys. Whole bunch of spiders. Is there anybody else?
That'll teach you to cross me. What next? Giant snakes?
Probably. Gonna help myself to all their venom, as well as their children, because I claim them as spoils of war. Okay, what was that?
Come on, hurry up.
Yeah, I'm coming. Just learning the spell Sparks, mostly to decrease the amount of weight that I'm currently carrying. And just using the healing spell.
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. You might be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow, and watch where you step.
Or, as I technically pause the game before he says anything.
Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
We do this.
The snaking type, huh?
Not really. Especially considering if we walk over to the now bear corpse, we get her claws and her pelt, which can be useful for later.
This looks like the way out. I was starting to wonder if we'd ever make it.
We will. Because, you know, the rest of the game is this way.
Wait!
There goes the dragon.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
Fair enough.
The closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
As we basically go in the same direction, so I follow him.
Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today. Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
So basically, you think I should join the very people who tried to execute the character. I mean, I most likely will. I have my reasons for joining the Imperial Legion. Let's just say the Stormcloaks aren't exactly the most welcoming bunch in Skyrim. I mean, they're the type of people who are friendly, as long as you look like them. Type scenario.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow. When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares. Draugr creeping down the mountain to climb through my window at night. That kind of thing. I admit, it's like the look of it.
I mean, not like a place like that's going to be much important. At least in the long term.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
Okay, so in the Elder Scrolls series, in past games, you can always, at character creation, select a sign that your character is born under. Gives you a variety of passive buffs and various things, and the 3 main ones are the Thief, the Mage, and the Warrior. And these 3, rather than giving you a specific perk and one skill or one activity, they give you a base bonus to various skills of their tree or grouping. So if I look at the skill section, all the skills from any magic school or stealth or crafting or combat all fall under one of the 3 branches. So everything from, I think, smithing to light armor falls under the combat skill, whereas sneak to, I guess, alchemy fall under stealth, and illusion through to enchanting fall under mage. I'm not so certain about where enchanting, alchemy, and light armor fall. I think that they could be either the skill tree or branch that they straddle, so don't hold to that. I mean, light armor could just easily be a stealth skill as opposed to combat, whereas alchemy seems more magic inclined given the fact it involves creating potions. And as each skill goes up, you can use perk points, which you get through going up generic leveling, to increase various skills in that tree. So, for instance, since I have a smithing skill of 15, if I had a perk point, I could put it in here and start making steel weapons and armor. Whereas if I had one in heavy armor, it would increase the armor rating for heavy armor by 20%. And unlike, say, steel armor, I could put up to 5 skill points in this particular skill for heavy armor, and I would increase that benefit a lot more. And as I said, the skills increase as things you do that are tied to those skills, you do them more often. So if I say I wanted two-handed skill up, I would use two-handed weapons. If I wanted one-handed, I would use one-handed weapons. If I wanted archery up, I would use ranged weapons. And then for light armor or heavy armor, I wear the respective types of armor. Smithing, I would just basically use crafting. And then for the magic schools, I would use those types of magic. Now, I know originally in the game, at least if memory serves, originally in Skyrim, I could select one of these 3 stones and one other one. Over the intervening updates and re-releases of the game, they changed that, so it's only 1 stone. And so I can choose the Warrior Stone, which adds a buff where I can will learn combat skills 20% faster. And if I go with the Thief, it's the stealth skills that are 20% faster. And if I go with the Mage, it's magic skills. And at least early on, I usually go with the Mage.
Mage, eh? Well, to each his own. It's not for me to judge.
Sends up a nice little light in the sky. And then it turns off, as if nothing ever changed. And I should point out, I didn't select the Mage Stone just because I expect to be using magic all that often, or plan on building a magic-based character. If anything, I use magic the least. That's the main reason why I selected the stone, because I don't often use spells as much as other skills, so they take longer to get up. Just grabbing all these flowers. Because who doesn't like flowers?
As far as I'm concerned, you've already earned your pardon. But until we get that confirmed by General Tullius, just stay clear of other Imperial soldiers and avoid any complications, alright?
That sounds fair. I mean, apparently I just get executed for walking into the land. I was unaware I needed permission to do so.
What was that? I knew I heard something!
And we get attacked by wolves. So let's equip this battle axe just for fun. So 200 weapons are slower, but they do more damage. And I get this nice wolf pelt. And I'll just take this one as well. Where'd he go? And then more flowers.
I'm glad you decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood.
This thistle. And this mushroom. And here is Riverwood.
Things look quiet enough here. Come on, there's my uncle.
Did I see you talking to Sven?
Nope.
Maybe not. Maybe... Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you.
What are you doing? Are you on leave from shores, bones? What happened to you, boy?
Shh, Uncle,
kind of
please.
trouble?
Keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
We got attacked by a
What's going
dragon.
on? And who's this?
He's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
Okay, come inside then. Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can tell me all about it.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the Barrow.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy. And I've got better things to do than listen to more boring fantasies.
See, it wasn't
So, are we going inside?
and you believe me.
Sigrid, we have company.
Hadvar, we've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Okay.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I
we
don't
won
know
that.
where to stop. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
Okay. So I can just take all this stuff because he's friendly now. And to be fair, I did save his nephew, I think.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Okay. So then I have a variety of dialogue options to choose from. I can say, do you have any supplies I could take? Which just takes me back to the screen where I already took everything. How do I get to write one? What can you tell me about the Jarl? Can I use your forge? And what can you tell me about Riverwood? And what do you think about the war? Can I use your
see
forge?
no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new.
What can you tell me about the
Jarl
Jarl?
Balgruuf, he rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though.
What side of the war does he favor?
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
And you support the Empire then, or who's Elisif?
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, We're back to the bad old days.
And how do I get to Whiterun from here?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls.
Do I
When
go
you
through
get
woods?
to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace.
And there's a variety of other options, but I don't feel like talking
Did you really see a dragon? What did it
about
look
them
like?
now.
Did it have big teeth?
Hush, child. Don't pester your cousin.
You two make yourselves at home.
Alright, I will be taking these snowberries just simply because they are quite useful for alchemic purposes. Alright, so the guy I was just talking to, wherever he went.
Take what you need, my friend.
For
Within reason, of course.
is the local blacksmith, and
Aye.
I guess once he actually gets to his forge. So he allows me to take these iron ingots because we're now friendly. And apparently the steel ones as well. I have the impression that I could take the iron but not the steel. And once he gets to his forge,
Whatever you need. Buy you smear if it's simple and strong. I can forge it.
let's say he should have an option where I can just buy and sell things.
You looking for a new blade?
Sort of.
Good day.
And also a basic crafting tutorial.
Iron or steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elven stuff to the elves. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. Help yourself to whatever you need, within reason.
Hey, Ray, what do you have for sale?
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
So this opens up the barter screen, which is what you use to buy and sell things. The items above the dividing line belong to the vendor. Items below the line belong to you. To buy or sell an item, select and plus A. So this is Alvor. This is everything he has in his inventory, and this is everything that I can buy. It also breaks it down by category, so I can select weapons if I just want weapons, apparel if I just want armor, and then miscellaneous if I just want anything else that he sells. And since he's a blacksmith, he sells weapons, armor, and the ingredients to make weapons and armor. Whereas from my side, it's basically everything that I've picked up that wasn't nailed down, that I couldn't pry back up, that I didn't leave behind because I was overweight. So let me just sell this spare battle axe, this dagger, these maces, 3 of the 4 swords, and 2 of these longbows, as well as this warhammer. As well as these 5 fur boots, all but 1 of the fur gauntlets because I currently have 1 equipped. This hide shield, and these 5 Stormcloak cuirasses because I certainly don't need them. And then, well, it's just pelts and ingots, and I want to keep those for miscellaneous. And then there's also Need Any Help Around the Forge, which is basically a crafting tutorial.
Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead.
And I use crafting a lot in this game just simply because I like having my character be a finely tuned avatar of death, which you get by using the crafting system. And it's relatively easy. You go to the blacksmith's forge to create new items. As it says right here, the blacksmith forge, you just create new weapons and armor from raw materials. Then you just select that you want. It's broken down to various categories. If you want hide armor, you select hide. Anything made out of iron, so iron armor and weapons, you go to iron. Studded is just studded armor. Leather is just leather armor. Jewelry is various necklaces and rings that you can equip and enchant and other fun stuff. There is now housing. Well, it wasn't originally, but there is now the ability to build houses in Skyrim. You can't just build an entire town. It's basically 3 different locations where you can set up a house if you so chose. And building materials is how you make the parts to do that. And then miscellaneous is just the shellbug helmet, which I'm not quite certain when this was added, but it was eventually added. So I'm supposed to make an iron dagger if I don't back out all the way. And so basically to make something, you just select whatever you need, make certain you have the ingredients in your inventory, and then just press A to create.
Not bad. Reminds me when I first started smithing.
And boom, iron dagger.
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course.
So here's the iron dagger.
Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there.
So you can also upgrade weapons and armor, in addition to just simply making them, and the grindstone is how you upgrade the weapons. So grindstone improves all weapons. All improvements require specific materials, which you can buy or find in the world. And since, well, all my weapons that I've picked up are iron-based, they all require iron ingots, except the longbow, which requires firewood, which I don't have access to just yet. But if I select something, it uses an iron ingot and changes it to fine, which increases the damage for the dagger from 4 to 6, as well as the value from 10 to 11 gold pieces, or septums as I believe they're called. And then I just do that. And how high you can upgrade weapons is dependent upon your smithing skill. So the higher the skill, the more the benefits. And it's not a case where I can just simply upgrade something once. I can upgrade something to its maximum that I can, and then if I increase my smithing skill even further, I can continue to upgrade it, but it requires more materials.
Whatever you need. You looking for a new blade?
I've sharpened the iron dagger.
This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
Alright, and this is the reason why I wanted the bear pelt earlier. So one of the ingredients that you need a lot of are leather strips, which is made from leather, and leather you can buy or you can make from various pelts. So the tanning rack is used to turn animal hides into leather and to cut leather into strips. Both leather and leather strips are used in creating and improving weapons and armor. Not so much leather for the weapons. So I can make 1 leather out of each of the wolf pelts that I collected, 2 leather out of the deer hide that Alvor gave me just for the tutorial, and then 4 out of the bear pelt. Now I have 8 leather, and I can use each of those 8 leather to make 4 leather strips apiece.
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course.
Here's the leather that you wanted.
A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. Until next time.
And so I need to make a hide helmet, so go to the hide grouping and select helmet. It just takes 2 leather and a leather strip, so. Then bring the helmet over to Alvor.
I could forge you a warhammer that would crush a giant's head like a walnut.
I'm going to have to doubt that because I've fought giants in other playthroughs and they're not exactly easy to kill. If anything, they're easy to kill you. That came out wrong. They take a while to kill and they do a whole lot of damage, so it's not something you want to do straight off the bat. But here's the hide helmet.
I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there.
Okay.
Aye.
And then workbenches improve armor the same way grindstones improve weapons. All improvements require materials. The amount of improvement depends on your smithing skill. You just basically select what you want again and then upgrade. So if I upgrade the hide helmet to fine, it increases the armor by 1 and the value by 4. And where'd he go?
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course. You have talent. Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day.
Cool.
Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforged steel, huh?
I doubt it. Can't really make Skyforged steel. That's kind of the province of a special blacksmith, I guess.
Aye.
So I don't think you can make Skyforged weapons. I know you can buy them. Anyway. So, he's one vendor in Riverwood, the other one is this trader over here.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
I'm an adventurer. What do you need? I do adventuring.
Well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop. The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
Alright, so I have various options. What do you have you got to sell? Opens this buying and selling menu. Do you sell any spells?
I think I have a few old spell books laying about. If you want more, you'll have to go to the College of Winterhold.
Which opens up the trading menu anyway. He sells a few things that the blacksmith didn't sell. Okay, more than a little few things. He also sells a couple potions, some food, extra books, which are the spells in question, and then some miscellaneous stuff. And I can sell him extra things that I couldn't sell Alvor, like the belted tunic, the foot wraps, the rough-spun tunic, this necklace and ring that I managed to pick up from somewhere. As well as all the food that I just happened to be carrying around. Including those cabbages that I wanted so much. And this mead. And various other things. Yeah, I was going to see also sells ingredients, but that's actually my list. So if I manage to keep all the baskets and buckets that I was carrying around, I think I can sell them to him here. But, did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Could help you get the claw back.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Oh, maybe if it wasn't dark out.
Those thieves must be out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps. Who knows what else?
Mostly undead. So are we going or not?
This way.
Okay. Do I follow you or you follow me? Maybe a little bit of both? Yes, no, maybe?
I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one. This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Okay. one thing I forgot to do in town beforehand.
Mara bless you for agreeing to help us.
So how much farther do I have to walk?
Well, it's a winding road up the mountain just ahead. You'll know you're in the right place once you spot the old watchtower. Once you get to the tower, head north. Bleak Falls Barrow should be just around the corner further up. Good luck. Lucan and I will be waiting for you back in the shop.
Alright, just one thing I forgot to do before leaving town. Several things, actually. One is to get a chunk of firewood to upgrade the bow, and also upgrade the weapons and armor that I currently have, because they're kind of arguably the best stuff that I currently have, so might as well make certain that they provide the greatest amount of protection, armor, well, offensive capabilities as possible. Hello.
A new face, and the right ugly one at that. No offense.
Right, right. So you get firewood by using this chopping block, but you need a woodcutter's axe to use the chopping block. And you just can't use any axe. It has to be a specific axe, like this axe right here. I'm gonna borrow this. By borrow, I mean take. And then if you need firewood, you just use the chopping block. Apparently, not only are they perfectly fine with you taking one of their axes, they're perfectly fine just you chopping their wood. You get 2 firewood per animation, and it just keeps going along until you interrupt it. Which I'm apparently having trouble doing. So now I have 4 firewood. Yay me. And I know that you can sell firewood at certain inns for small amounts of coin. Or you can use them to upgrade longbows or to make arrows. Go back over here. For some reason, the longbow requires upgrading on a grindstone. Not quite certain how, but probably shouldn't ask. Upgrade the bow, as well as the axe, the sword, and the battle axe I happen to have. And that uses some of the iron in my inventory. I can use a little bit more iron and the remaining firewood that I have to make a whole bunch more arrows. Then I believe the armor that I'm currently have equipped, requires leather. So, use the leather that I have to upgrade the armor. Just give it a few more points of defense. My last iron ingot will upgrade the shield that I happen to have. Alright, so now that that's all out of the way, I can get back to the bridge. And then I have a choice to make. I can continue on to Right One and talk to the Jarl and continue the main storyline, or if I go to quests, I can select the Golden Claw, which is the quest that I need to retrieve the Golden Claw. Which is off this way, and I forgot I can have multiple active quests at once. So, you know, eventually if you have like 30 quests open, you have all these quest markers around and you lose track of which one goes where. But for right now, I only have 2. So White Run's off in this direction, and the Barrows is off in here. So I have a decision to make. Do I continue on with the main storyline, or do I get sidetracked by a side quest? One of many that I keep getting sidetracked on, over and over and over again. But as I said, I have a decision to make, and it's a decision that I will make next time, because I'm going to call it here. Everybody stay safe from the plague, and have a good day.